Austin Tyler Reaves is the greatest Laker ever. Okay, fine. Austin Reaves is the best Laker on the current roster. Okay, all right. Can I say at least that he's a joy to watch and he's a fantastic player, especially when he's their number one option? Lovely, so I'll take it. So, like I was saying, Austin Tyler Reaves is the greatest Laker ever. Jokes aside, I've been a Reaves appreciator for a little while now, especially because he looks like the guy at the YMCA who's friendly and, he gets some shots up with and he'll give you a few pointers before you watch him cook everybody in a pickup game. As it turns out, though, he's much more than that, as he's been torching folks on the highest stage and continues to do so, especially when given the opportunity to be the Lakers' primary ball handler. He's been lighting up the NBA so far this season, and it looks like he's in full breakout mode in year 5. And today, I got my headband on. I want to talk about it. Welcome above the rim. My name is Joe. Come on in, grab a seat. Let's talk some basketball. The Lakers have one of the longest lists of all-time franchise greats in the entire NBA, if not the longest. We can talk for hours about their history, their championships, their players, but today I want to focus on one of their more recently emerged stars in Austin Reaves. The team has two huge weapons, of course, in Luka and LeBron, but you can't talk weapons without talking about AR-15. What I'd like to do here is take a look at his first 4 years in the NBA, talking about maybe a couple games each season, going over them, seeing how he's been doing and progressing, and then, of course, talking about breakout year 5 and what he's done thus far. This success did not come overnight for Reaves. He went undrafted in his rookie year, and he opted to sign with the Lakers. Through hard work, though, once he was given the opportunity, his fortunes did turn around pretty quickly, however, as he earned a full-time contract in only 2 months. Showing some flashes, but mostly playing limited minutes, his rookie season was relatively quiet until a 5-game stretch in March where he scored double digits in each, averaging 12.4 points per game over that stretch, which is significant because he was only averaging 5.7 going into those games. He cooled back down a bit after that, but he picked it up again to close out the year strong, scoring double digits in all 4 April games, capped off by what would be considered a fantastic game by any standards, where he scored a career high 31 points, an absurd 16 rebounds, which is still his career high, and 10 assists. Although most of the starters were rested or injured on both sides, and it was something of a second unit showdown, Reaves did what he had to do to announce that he was for real. He scored 5 points in the final 17 seconds to force overtime and continued to score down the stretch to complete the comeback. So to recap season 1, we had averages of 7.3 points per game, 3.2 rebounds, 1.8 assists, 0.9 three-pointers made per game. He started 19 games and played in 61 total. His season highs were 31 points, 16 rebounds, and 10 assists, which all came in that same game that I mentioned in April. And he had 5 three-pointers, 2 blocks, and 3 steals as his other season highs to cap off his rookie year. March 20th, 2023 was season 2's highlight performance. Austin started the game on the bench, but added 6 rebounds, 6 assists, made 16 of 18 free throws in the match to bring up his career high to 35 points. On that night, he was the only Laker with 20 or more points. 13 of his points came in the fourth quarter, 10 of which were the Lakers' last 10 points over the final minute and a half of the game. During the game, Lakers fans rained down MVP chants for him, something that would happen again as his career went on and he would have to get used to. Overall, his sophomore season was a little bit of a quiet year. Nothing too spectacular standing out other than this game I just mentioned, but still some progression from the past year. Season 2's recap, we have averages of 13 points, 3 rebounds, 3.4 assists, 1.3 threes per game. He started 22 games out of 64 total played. His season highs were 35 points, 9 rebounds, 11 assists, 4 three-pointers, 2 blocks, and 2 steals. February 1st, 2024, Season 3, a true breakthrough game when his team needed it most. Let me set the scene. Tonight's game is going to be on national TV. We've got the Lakers versus the Boston Celtics, one of the most storied rivalries in sports between two of the most legendary franchises in sports. We're talking Bird versus Magic, and tonight we've got LeBron and Davis versus Tatum and Porzingis. Except tonight, LeBron James, injured. Anthony Davis, injured. Austin Reaves, ready to continue to stake his claim as a legit threat on this roster. Yet again, he made the most of the opportunity, dropping a season-high 32 points, fueled by his then career-high 7 3-pointers on only 10 attempts. The seemingly undermanned Lakers would shock the healthy Celtics and win the game 114-105 in what would go on to be a championship season for Boston. Almost 2 months later, on March 27, 2024, the Lakers are losing by 19 points with about 8 minutes left in the game. The Bucks are beating them 94-75. After the game, Austin Reaves was quoted as saying the following: "It was one of those moments that you can either flip the page to tomorrow, get ready for that game, or you could go out and compete 110% and give yourself an opportunity, or at least try to give yourself an opportunity to get back in the game." Reaves and his teammates opted to wake up and fight back their way to a 128-124 win in double overtime, during which Reaves notched his second career triple-double with 29 points, 14 rebounds, and 10 assists, with LeBron on the shelf that night. He broke the tie with a three-pointer with 38.6 seconds left in the game in the second overtime period, and the team held on for the win. In that same game, Anthony Davis added 34 points and a monstrous 23 rebounds. On the other side of the floor, Giannis did his thing by dropping 29, 21, and 11. So that brings us along to Season 3's recap here. Reaves is definitely getting better and starting to show his big game ability and talent when called upon. He had averages of 15.9 points, 4.3 rebounds, 5.5 assists, 1.9 3-pointers. He started 57 games out of 82 that he played. So he played in all 82 and he started most of them, which is pretty cool. Season highs, he had season highs of 32 points, 14 rebounds, 14 assists, 7 3-pointers, 3 blocks, and 3 steals. December 25th, 2024, Christmas Day of Austin's Season 4. Fewer bigger stages imaginable from an NBA perspective. LeBron was healthy for this one, playing in his NBA record 19th Christmas Day matchup. In this one, he scored 31 points with 10 assists against Curry and his gang. Anthony Davis would exit the game early after only 7 minutes of playtime, and Austin stepped in to fill the void that he left. Reaves scored 26, led the team in rebounds with 10, and delivered 10 assists, handing out a festive triple-double, including a game-winning layup with a second on the clock to gift the fans in the Bay Area an L and spoil their holiday evening. Merry Christmas. For those of you who live anywhere like where I live, you know that January and February bring snow, ice, and some of the worst traffic conditions possible. For comparison's sake, this is what LA looks like that same time of year. I'm extremely jealous. For our friend Austin, however, January and February saw him get new career highs in points. January 18th's 102-101 win over the Nets saw him score 38 points, with 15 of those points in the fourth quarter to help close out and hold off Brooklyn's comeback attempt. February 2nd was good to Austin as well, as it brought him a new friend to LA, although he wasn't quite ready to play yet on the 8th. Unfortunately, that game LeBron wasn't ready either, so it was up to AR to carry the team, and carry the team he did. He raised his career high to 45 points, 7 assists, and 7 rebounds to debatably call this the greatest game of his career to this point. Against the team that would go on to represent the Eastern Conference in the finals that year, he played 41 minutes, which was more than anyone else, and he left it all on the court in a massive way. Season 4 was good to Austin. He officially became a 20-point-per-game player. He averaged 20.2 points, 4.5 rebounds, 5.8 assists, 2.7 3-pointers, and he started all 73 games that he played in. So he missed 9 due to injury, but still played in 73 games and started each one, which is great. His season highs, 45 points, 10 rebounds, 16 assists, 9 3-pointers, 2 blocks, and 4 steals. Sunday, October 26, 2025, Game 3 of Season 5. We've made it to the present day. Visiting the Sacramento Kings, the Lakers would be without the services of LeBron or Luka for this one, much like a few of these highlight games that we've seen. There's a bit of a trend here. Just like the game against the Pacers from a few moments ago, Reaves proved that he has enough talent in his game to almost single-handedly will his team to victory when he's at his best, and at his best he was. He set the internet on fire after he scored a career-best 51 points along with 11 rebounds, 9 assists, and 2 steals. Though narrowly missing a monster triple-double, it wouldn't feel right to focus on that as his performance was already historical as it was. The last time a Laker hit those numbers, Elgin Baylor had 50, 15, and 11 against the Celtics in 1963. So this was a significant milestone and a big piece in what will become Reaves' legacy someday. After this game, Reaves had fans speculating that he was about to take the next step in his career by scoring 41 points against the Blazers on October 27th. And despite losing the game, it seems like the Lakers may have found another flamethrower in their old friend Austin. As it turns out, they were kind of right. So hear me out as I rattle off some games here, immediately following his 41 piece, and I'll show them on screen here so we can all follow along together, okay? So we saw 28, 21, 26, 24, 13 against the best team in the NBA with a historical defensive rating, so we're not going to hold that too much against them. A little bit of bias shining through on my end, but it was earned. 31, 25, 26, 22, and 31. So all this equates to a PPG of 31.1 on the season at that point, which is almost a full 11 better than the prior season. Now that's significant because he had now broken the 20-point barrier, and it seems like he's on pace to add yet another 10 to that, which would be an insane increase over a 2-year span. So I'm going to jump in here now to put particular emphasis on 3 of his most recent games going into today's date. Friday, November 11th, the Lakers host the Mavericks and their old friend AD for the first time since he was swapped 10 months prior. This one went the Lakers' way, largely thanks to the man he was traded for, as Luka worked his magic to the tune of 35 points, 5 rebounds, and 11 assists directly on Nico's head. Now, a significant storyline in this game is actually that Luka wasn't the leading scorer on the night. He was outscored by none other than our friend Austin Reaves, who went off for 38 points, including 6 3-pointers, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists in a game where both Luka and LeBron were fully active and healthy. Now, that's a significant storyline because of the fact that we haven't really seen too many games where he goes off and they're both present, but they were, and he had the most points. Now, this matters a lot because although it's not easy to score or perform in the NBA, but you'll see what I mean. It's easy to rack up points, assists, rebounds in the NBA when you're a talented player who's no longer facing competition for possessions because the other high volume guys aren't playing that night. Although this doesn't apply to everybody, if we're speaking about Reaves specifically, which we are, he's been able to excel as a primary ball handler, and he's been able to also contribute admirably as a second or third option when given the opportunities based on matchups, lineup availability, and so on. And when he is the primary ball handler, it seems like he's been able to perform almost, if not as good, even sometimes better than his guaranteed Hall of Fame teammates when he really hits his stride. So it's been impressive to see. Next game, the Pelicans are in town, and despite an admirable effort from a depleted squad, the Lakers smacked them hard and early on. The final scoreline shows a victory margin of only 12 points, but LA was up 77-57 at halftime. And if you like the ESPN win probability graphs as much as I do, the only time the Lakers were under a 90% chance of winning was before the opening basket, after which they shot up to 91.1% and didn't look back. Reaves debatably didn't even have that good of a game by his new standard, yet he still added 33 points, 5 rebounds, and 8 assists. His 5 turnovers marked this game a little bit, but he still formed a strong 1-2 with Luka, who added 34 himself. There was a bit of a down game after this, and the Lakers lost to Phoenix, so we're going to kind of skip over that one for now. We're going to head straight into their matchup with Toronto for a little LeBronto action. Speaking of which, the headline of this game was, of course, that LeBron's nearly 1,300 game streak of scoring in double digits came to an end, unfortunately, finishing with only 8 points on 4 of 17 shooting, 0 for 5 from deep, without any free throws. He did, however, finish with 6 rebounds and 11 assists, his 11th assist being an assist on Rui Hashimura's game-winning three-pointer with 0.3 on the clock, so still something of a legacy moment for him. Not that this story necessarily got buried within the headline, but Reaves yet again did his thing and scored a game-high 44 points with 5 rebounds and 10 assists. He shot 13 of 21, 5 of 11 from deep, and made 13 of 15 free throws. His 44 points were more than the rest of the Lakers starters combined, with an incredible 22 points in the third quarter alone. So with that game in the books, we're pretty much on to the current day, being right now as I'm recording this. So we're going to stop here for now. That being said, it seems like Reaves has shown no signs of slowing down, and he's getting better and better every game. He has a slow game, then he pops off for 40 plus. So pretty impressive stuff so far. Let's get a recap in. Season 5's recap as of December 6, 2025. His averages so far are 29.3 points, 5.5 rebounds, 6.8 assists, 2.9 threes per game. He has played and started all 19 games that he's appeared in. Season highs are 51 points, 11 rebounds, 16 assists, 6 3-pointers. He actually hasn't recorded a block yet this year so far, and 3 steals. Alrighty, folks, that's all I've got for today. We've caught up to the current days, so maybe I'll come back around with another video at the end of the season to see if he kept his pace up into the new year. If you like this video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment anything down below if you have any predictions maybe on if he's going to be able to keep it up or not. If you've been impressed by a season, or maybe you're not impressed, tell me so. Maybe I'm shooting way over. Tell me what you think. If you also like this video, be sure to check out my other stuff. There might be something that interests you. And beyond that, I just want to thank everybody for watching, the support. Everything means the most to me, so thank you so much. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Take care.